Good morning. Just my brain can't believe that this is how I've chosen to present myself. But okay, asikolapo. Good morning, guys. Hi, welcome to Nou'rish. We are at 670 subscribers. I don't know how that happened, but welcome to every single one of you. I am BB. I am not Nou'rish. Nou'rish is the channel. Me, I am BB. Okay, if you work at Absa, you are not Absa. You are Tsoffatso. You are Tsolofelo, but you're not Absa. Okay, same applies. I am BB, and I am here at my little corner of the internet called Nou'rish. Here at Nou'rish, we are healing. We are growing. We are working on being the best version of ourselves in the context of the challenges that we have, and we are being honest and we are being true to ourselves and to God's word. And that's what we do here. That's what you're here to grow. If you are here to grow, and you're here to improve and better yourself. So today is exactly that. We are having a life admin day. And what that means is that I will be taking stock of my life, of my year. I've tried to do this for the past 4 years successfully. And so it's also a beautiful time for me to reflect on my reflections from the previous year. And basically to see how far I am in my 5-year plan, how far I am in my 10-year plan, which goals, which activities this year are bringing me closer to that, which habits are propelling me forward, which ones are pulling me back, what my favorite moment of the year was, what my favorite activity was, how many things I've got that I still need to complete, how many things I've got that I'm still working towards, and my progress basically as a human holistically in terms of where I want to be and where I am. So that's what a life admin day is for me. It's a reset button, I call it that. It's a life reset button when going into the next day. I'm going to print my calendar. Every year I print my own calendars and I start slotting things in because I already know basically kind of what I should be doing when, at least for Jan. So I'm gonna start doing my January calendar, my January to-do list, my personal goals, work goals, deadlines, all of that shares. That's what today is. It's a life admin day. I've just woken up. I have not bathed. I have not brushed my teeth. Woke up, did my prayers, grabbed my phone, spoke to Mama a little bit, grabbed my phone, and now we are going to start the day. I'm hoping that this is going to be a quiet day, but I know we have guests coming, so it might not be. But let me bath. I've made my bed. Let me bath, clean this room, and then I'll join you in a little bit. Hey guys, here is a bathed babe. Here is a clean babe. Here is a good smelling babe. We're at my desk. The room is clean. We are clean. We can actually start the day, even though it's like way past morning, but it's cool. Basically what I wanted to do with you guys was take you through my reflection session, my life admin session. These are very popular and have become very popular over the past 4 or 5 years, and I've been doing it consistently for 4 years. I've been doing it for a while, but consistently every single year it's only been 4 years. And so I have come to develop my own reflections, my own intentions, and my own format. I used to buy these diaries, sort of, I guess they book format, okay, and they had prompts on them, and you would just fill in the prompts every beginning of the year, and then you'd follow the diary or the book throughout the year. But that doesn't actually work for me. I find that I do get fatigued, especially if it's in diary form and my reflections are long. Then I can't use them, I can't access the information easily. So I found that if I do it digitally, if I type out my my reflections, my yearly reflections, then it's easy for me to search, it's easy for me to store and back up. Very important. Yeah, and it's also easy for me to move things. Like when I feel like there was a time when I just had 10 questions, and then I developed 2 sections, and then 3. Now I have 4 sections. So it's easier for me to move things if they're done digitally, which just makes sense. Come on guys, let's move with the times. So I've decided I'm going to share my beloved reflections with you guys. I'm going to put this in the description box so that if you want to do the same with my format, you are more than welcome to. I'm going to just paste it below. Go check it out. And yeah, make it your own as well. Over the years, as you continue to reflect and to improve, yeah, make it yours. But basically, let me read these to you, because otherwise this video is going to be like 2 hours long, and I don't want that. I've made long videos this entire year. One of my new intentions is to make shorter videos. Yeah, but okay, let's get to it. So, why do we reflect? Okay, so I did a whole intro for you guys so that you guys know I'm the girl and I'm on it. But basically, I said that reflecting forces us to have a critical eye at our choices and decisions, and to think and to ponder how we can make better ones going forward. Also, I believe that time is, my friend Vanessa said this, but time management is to money what budgeting is. And so because it is a resource, I'm treating my time and I'm treating my ability to make decisions as a resource. And so the reflection session allows me to look at how I've spent my time, how I've spent my energy, how I've spent my effort, and to consider carefully how I want to invest my energy, how I want to invest my time in the coming year. So yeah, that's why I compiled these questions specifically, to help me realign myself every single year without fail to my intention. These, something I'm not going to do with you guys today is my 5-year plan and my 10-year plan. And these, the way I've structured it, it ties into constantly making sure, like looking back and making sure that each year is propelling me towards my goals, and how far I am in that journey. Because if I look at my reflection session 7 years ago, I am definitely closer to my 5-year plan then. My 5-year plan then actually has been achieved. A productive queen. And now I'm moving forward and I'm trying to figure out how to get to my 10-year plan, which is a lot harder actually. It's a much bigger, more elaborate plan, but each year I want to move closer to it. So let's see, shall we? First category I called category 1, spiritual, right? And I started with this one because instead of rushing into this productivity mindset, I want to be clear with myself that reflections and intentions are not just my personal goals in where BB wants to see herself. This is also about God's will for my life. I know that God has a very specific plan for BB, and so I'm constantly navigating, and oh my gosh, I have a visitor, but I'm constantly modulating and navigating my spiritual alignment to what I'm doing in my activities daily. Why my spiritual category comes first. And I also believe that, look, God first. Before I can go into what I want to do, where I want to be, I want to ask God, how did I do and how should I move forward, right? So my 3 questions in the spiritual category, it's only 3, is 1 is not a question, it's my thanksgivings. What am I grateful for in the past year? 2, my milestones. This is looking at my journey for the year, what stood out for me spiritually, what I have implemented spiritually, what I need to improve on, and then the last one also does a little bit of this. It's honest introspection. The honest introspection is not so much the milestones, it's specific to my character. So I have to look at all things that I think I've done and I've said, I've thought that don't represent Christ. And things, maybe new things that I've developed that do represent Christ. So this allows me to monitor my habits, my thoughts, my conversations, my actions, and see if they are in alignment with the person whom I claim to be in my faith. And the person who I claim to be following as well. And so, yeah, that's why I do the section. So the third one is the honest introspection. And some of the questions I have under honest introspection is, what has God been teaching you? How can you lean into this lesson? And how has he been speaking to you? And what has he revealed to you? Because it's important spiritually that you're not just, being a Christian, glorifying God every now and then, but you are actually actively seeking God's will for your life. Period. Point blank, period. Okay, the next section is called the past year section. And this one has to do with how the past year has gone. What's the one thing you want? Okay, so I'm gonna just read these questions to you. What's the one thing that you want badly? Oh, that went badly, sorry. And how could I have handled it differently? How can I learn from that moment or those moments? And what can I change going forward? Also, how did this year surprise me? And what went as expected? Question 3, what were the significant life events this year? And what transitions did I go through as a person, whether mentally, spiritually, physically? I'm gonna put weight loss because I lost some weight. And then question 4, if this year is seen as a milestone on my life plan project, what has it been and what is the next milestone? Now, question 5, what accomplishments am I proud of? Sorry, I just got distracted. And question 6, what mistakes am I holding on to from the past and what are the consequences? Question 7, how did I implement self-care this year? This is a new one that I put in emotionally, mentally, and physically. 3, what character trait did I develop the most this past year? And what character trait do I need to work on? This ties to the spiritual section. Question 4, what made me excited this past year? Question 8, what made me excited this past year? Question 9, in what ways did I disappoint myself? Honest reflection, friend. I'm not talking about, playing it safe. No, honest reflection. Then my next section is the new year. So if I had an ideal 2022, what would it be like? Basically, I can go through it by month, I can go through it by goal and achievement, I can go through it by area in life, physically, mentally, spiritually, productively, achievement wise. The second question is, what character trait would I like to develop more? This one, I'm going to pick things that I've said in the posture section, and I'm going to pick things that I've said in the spiritual section. And then question 3, what did I struggle with last year that I want to conquer and embrace in the new year? So do you see how this is different from New Year's resolutions? I'm not just saying I want to do this. I'm not just saying I want to do that. I'm doing a proper stock take of myself as a person, and I'm now reflecting and putting down active ways in which I want to change those things, and not just what I want to change, but it's more thought out. Also, then the last section of I have my goals here. One of them is to get monetized on YouTube. One of my goals is to do very well at school. One of my goals is to just be an all-round consistent Christian and consistent person. This is how I set those goals. I know for a fact that I struggled this year with implementing actual active change. I would say, for example, that I'm going to do something. So there's this promises to myself that I would break. I would say I'm going to do something and then I never do it. So I would write down, like on my laptop right now, I'm looking at it. It has 1 Kings 17 verses 13 to 15. If you're interested about being a consistent person in terms of your word, you can go look at it. 1 Kings 17 verses 13 to 15. And it actually is a very short way of me reminding myself that this thing you haven't quite worked on, and this is the encouragement from God's word on how to approach it and how to work on it, and to know that it is possible for you to change this about yourself. That I've done that, okay? So yeah, those are the sections. I'm sorry I have to go, I have a visitor, but I hope this was helpful. I will put these in the description box. I hope and I pray that each and every single one of us is more intentional about our lives, and that we take ourselves seriously. These things are free. They are not, for the rich, for the famous, for the successful CEOs, but even you can take your life a lot more serious. Until the next video, I love you. I thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And may you have a beautiful new year. From my heart to yours.